Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Ali and you have found yourself on the Miss Ali Makes channel. This coming episode is going to be episode 18 of my crochet chit chat podcast, What's on My Hook. So grab a cup of tea or whatever you like to drink, sit back, grab a project and let's get going. So how are you guys doing? Are you well? I hope so. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one of these videos. If you are new to my channel, hey, how you going? Thanks so much for trying me out. I know that there is so many podcasters that you can spend your crafty time with. So welcome, and a huge happy hello to my returning viewers and also my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. It is Monday, let me check my watch. It's the 1st of July here in Australia. So like I said, my name's Ali and I live on the east coast of Australia with my husband and our 3 amazing boys. And I love to craft. I've been a maker since as long as I can remember, and it's the one thing that I love to do that just helps me to process my own mental health stuff that's going on as well, and that continues to be a thing, which I'll chit chat a little bit about later on in life stuff. But yeah, so it's episode 18. Oh my goodness. And so if you have been a long time viewer of my podcast, you will know that I did start out as a predominantly knitting podcast, but I've kind of morphed into a crochet podcast because crochet is my biggest love that I love to do. I do still knit, I just knit less than I crochet. So there will be knitting content at times as well. So I hope that you enjoy this coming video. So I have got a couple of finished objects. I don't actually have them here with me because they have been gifted to the precious recipient. I will post a picture of the finished objects and I'll chit chat a little bit about those. So if you follow me on Instagram, I will put my handle up on the screen below. I definitely am most active on there and I have posted pictures of my finished objects that I'm going to chit chat about. So you guys will know that I had started a blanket for a sweet little baby girl that was born a couple of weeks ago. I have finished the blanket and I mailed it off to her last week. It was made out of Red Heart with Love tweed cakes in the modern pastel colorway. And I will insert a picture here. So I made this blanket using the tutorial that Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, mentioned on her video. So thank you, Debbie. It's basically a corner to corner that you are working back and forth, and I love it. So how cute was that, right? And I've got 2 finished objects. So I made the blanket, of course, and I also whipped up a little newborn cardigan, which was super, super sweet and cute. That was a pattern by Lady J Crochet. It was her classic cardigan pattern, and it is it's such a good pattern. It's cute and it's really good for both girls and boys. I am awaiting the news like literally any second today. A really dear friend of mine is expecting a sweet little baby boy, which I am making a blanket for, which I will show you as well in a moment. But I will definitely whip up one of those cardigans for her little man as well. I will insert a picture now. Is this not legitimately the sweetest little cardigan that you have ever seen? Yep, I think so too. It's precious. So that was my 2 finished objects for the fortnight. That's been probably the things that I've been working on the most. I've got a couple of whips as well that I would like to show you. So for you guys that are following along, I have shown I've shown this blanket in the last couple of episodes. It is getting bigger. I'm sort of down. This is the last little bit of my second cake of yarn, and I've got one more cake to go after that. I am using the Karen baby cakes in the the Dreamy Sky colorway. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So this was a free pattern on the Lion brand website. I did put all that information in the last episode. So if this is the first time that you're watching, head back to episode 17 of What's on My Hook and you will see it there. So I've been working on that. I've also pretty much been working on, like I said, the baby blanket and the cardigan that needed to go to my friend. Her little baby girl, like I said, was born a couple of weeks ago, so I wanted to have something to make for her. The other project that I have started and am working on is this triangle shawl. So it's just a basic triangle shawl, which it is kind of blowing out a little bit, but I tried to record an episode yesterday, but I'd left it too late, and because it's winter here in Australia, it actually gets really dark really early, like at 5:30 it's dark. So I literally recorded, I think, 2 or 3 minutes, and I went and I stopped and I played it back just to see whether the lighting was okay, and it wasn't. So I think I'm going to have to invest in a ring light. I know that a lot of podcasters use the ring lights, and but I think I'm going to have to, just so that I can record at any time. I don't have to record during the day, because sometimes that is a little bit of a challenge. But anyway, so this is my everyday triangle. Oh, actually, it's not the everyday triangle. It's called, let me tell you, it's actually from a YouTube video that I have watched recently. And I will tell you. It is from Winding Road Crochet. So go and check her out on YouTube. She has tons and tons of amazing tutorials. But this is a triangle shawl. And it's so lovely. Like, it's so soothing to work on. It's growing. So I'm up to my second skein of Red Heart Super Saver. This is the earthy colorway. So that's pretty much showing up true to color. The thing so this is the first time that I've used Red Heart Super Saver. I ordered some from Wool Warehouse in my last order, and I have to say I was really surprised when I got it. So like I said, it's the first time that I've used Red Heart Super Saver, and I know that my friends in the States, you guys have access to it at like amazing stores that you can just get your hands on it, but this actually had to come online all the way from the UK. But it feels really different. So it's quite a firm yarn. It's not scratchy at all, but it's definitely quite a dense yarn to work with. So my question is to my friends that are in the US that have access to this yarn, is all of the Red Heart Super Saver yarn, does it all feel the same, or is it different? Because I know that there is Red Heart Super Saver plain colours, ombre colours, striped colours, and print colours, and this of course is one of the print colours. So yeah, it's not, I don't know what I was expecting it to be. I think I was expecting it to be a little bit softer. It's definitely not a really super soft yarn. I've felt softer acrylic yarns, like the Karen Simply Soft is really soft. Paint Box and of course Stylecraft DK, which are favourites of mine. They're really, really squishy acrylic yarns. This is definitely not as soft and squishy as I thought it might be. However, it works up beautifully. So the thing that I love about this, so this is, like I said, one of the printed colorways, and it is the earthy colorway. How many times can I say colorway in a video? But I really love how the color doesn't pool. It changes very fast, and there's lots of, it looks almost like there's a lot of variegation in the color, which I really love. It's a very saturated color, which again I love, and I think that once I wash and block this, it will soften up, because I have, like I said, watched lots of videos where people have used Red Heart Super Saver, and it's washed up beautifully, and I think it's going to be one of those, this is going to be a gift, and it's going to be, I think it'll be a really easy wash and wear shawl. Yeah, like it doesn't feel super scratchy. Let's just do a little bit of modelling today. So this is, you know, obviously it's only one skein, and I've still got a really, like, quite a fair chunk of this, the second skein, but I think it's it'll work out really nicely, and it's really nice on your skin. It's not scratchy either, so it's definitely, it's really working out lovely. It's not what I thought it would be, but I'm still happy. So like I said, I ordered I ordered 2 skeins of this from Wool Warehouse in an order that I have recently placed with them. So that's pretty much all I've been working on. I am going to continue working on my little scarf with you. So this is on, so I'm using a tulip, which is my favourite hooks. You guys know that I love tulip hooks. It's a 5.5. The other blanket that I'm working on is using a tulip 4.5 hook. So they're the things that I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I have ordered a little order from Wool Warehouse, like I mentioned, and I will show you what I got as I go, like as I use the products. I am about to start a blanket for an older man. He's kind of like my pop. And so he's just about to start chemotherapy. And so I wanted to make him a blanket that he can just take with him to hospital. You know, sometimes you're there a while as well, like when you're having your treatments and things. So I thought, I just wanted to make him a blanket. So I ordered 8 balls of King Cole Splash DK, which is 100% acrylic yarn as well. I ordered that from Wool Warehouse, and I will show you that next episode, because I will have started that blanket for sure. I'm sort of umming and ahhing about what type of blanket to make him. I love, and you guys know that I love the granny. I love the granny stitch, and so I was thinking about just doing a giant granny square for him. The yarn that I've chosen is, it's sort of got a bit of variegation in it. There's some, you know, colour changes and things, which I love. I'm generally, I think because I love the look of hand-dyed yarn as well. It just, I think that that's what I look for, even when I'm you know, buying like commercial dyed yarn. So yeah, so I'm going to start that this week as well. I imagine that this won't take very long to finish this shawl, and I will wash and block it. So I think I started this on Friday, and it's now Monday, and I'm up to the second skein, and yeah, so I imagine that by the end of this week this will be finished, and I'll have the next blanket on my hook. I sort of try not to overload myself with projects. I know that like even when I was knitting a fair bit, I get really overwhelmed when I have too many projects on the go. So I tend to not I tend to try to not have a ton of projects, because then I get overwhelmed and I just frog them all, and I just don't end up finishing them, and that's a bit of a shame. So what do you guys do? Do you do the same thing? Do you have like a million whips, or do you have just a few? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. So another thing that I wanted to chit chat a little bit about is mental health. If you follow me on Instagram, I do talk about mental health a lot. Not a lot over there, but I definitely am really aware of removing the stigma that is attached to mental health issues. I know that there are lots of people in our crafting community that use crafting as a diversion therapy, a very successful diversion therapy with mental health issues of their own. And I know that I do it as well. Like, so for me, I have anxiety. I've been diagnosed, with generalized anxiety disorder, PTSD. I've had a few incidences in my life that have caused some trauma that I manage. I don't like to say that it, defines who I am, because it doesn't define who I am. And it just means that I manage my condition. And I just know how much peace and comfort that I've found with making. And I love the community. I love watching, podcasts and seeing people make as well, and we make, and it really soothes our souls. It's one of those things that I just enjoy doing. Like I've mentioned on my Instagram stories last week that I've dropped a few days at work and a few hours at work, which is great. So I work in the community. And so just doing that, removing some stuff that just was really making me, I guess, my anxiety, it was becoming quite full on again, and it's been at a manageable level for a while now. So I sort of had to look at what was going on and, make some changes. And I think that's the reason that I love crafting so much, because it's such an outlet, isn't it? It's such an outlet for when you are feeling anxious or overwhelmed or, all of those things. It just helps when you have busy hands. It really helps to have a calm mind. And so, I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, because I have been struggling a little bit lately, and just learning, I suppose, where to re-put the boundaries, reset the boundaries. And, I wanted to talk about it so that if anybody else that watches my video needs to reset their boundaries, that they feel empowered to do that they feel like, our mental health is really, really important and valuable, and we actually need to make it a priority and make it one of those things that, that are up the top of the list, rather than the bottom of the list where you've come and you're exhausted at the end of the day and you've got nothing left to give. Like, I know that for myself, since having made these decisions where I've stepped back from a lot of extra stuff that I was doing, a lot of volunteering that I was doing with an organisation, I just couldn't maintain it all. I couldn't maintain it as well as doing the things that I want to do at home. My family is, of course, my first priority, and I just want to be more present and just be less tired, and just, so that's kind of got a bit of an itchy nose. That's my last couple of weeks. I have uploaded a couple of other videos. I spoke a little bit about my hobby yarn haul, and I did a review on the first box of the Crochet Society. So if you are new and have just stumbled across this video, go back and check out those last couple of videos, because they were really fun to do as well. So I am really, one of the things that I'm really wanting to do is to really build my YouTube channel again and really make put together regular content for you guys. I love when you comment. So, thank you to all of those people that have commented on my videos, and please continue to do that, because I love building the community. It's so important, especially with any sort of mental health things and that we have. Our community really becomes a really important part of our management plan, and I know that I really enjoy my community of crocheters and yarn lovers and knitters. It's a valuable community for me, so please keep commenting below, and don't forget to like this video, because that helps me out as well. And if you are new and have not subscribed yet to my channel, please hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell just to the right of the subscribe button, just so that you are notified when I upload content, so that you don't miss out on any of my crafty adventures. I am sort of starting to, I did speak about it, I touched on it in my last video, where I've sort of started to look at content preparation and planning a little bit in the future, so that I can sort of space out my content and work out what I'm going to do, so that I'm, being deliberate and regular with my content. I've found that is the best way for me. I need to be organised and to sort of see what I need to be recording and what I need to be planning for and things, so that I can be better organised. And, it means that I've got, better content, which, I think is really important. It helps you guys to get to know me better. It helps me to share what I'm making, which is always really awesome for me. So, yeah, I think that this video will be a little bit shorter this time. Like I said, I've not got, I've had 2 finished objects, and I've really loved working on those projects. I loved making that little cardigan. It was so sweet. I just know that the recipient, she just loved it. Like, the mum loved it. Her little girl is going to be just so sweet in that cardigan. I cannot wait to show you. I will ask her when she sends me a photo of her little girl wearing it, if she doesn't mind if I share it on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram for sure. So, like I said, if you don't already follow me over on Instagram, please head over and follow me. I'll pop my handle up here now. And yeah, I think that's it's a bit of a shorter episode this time, but that's okay. Sometimes it will be heaps and I'll be chit-chattering a lot, and other times it'll be a little bit shorter like it is today. But like I said, I really love making these videos. I love connecting with you guys. I am so looking forward to building my channel and building my community of amazing crocheters and knitters and yarn lovers around me. So I hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that you really take some time, if you feel that you need to reset your boundaries, I hope that you take some time this week to look at what things you can reset in your life, so that the flow seems to be better, so that the flow with your own mental health and your everything else feels so much better and lighter and fresher when we don't feel bogged down by all the things that we tend to do. And we tend to do them from a good place because we want to be busy and we want to be, doing things, but oftentimes we get bogged down doing things that we actually don't need to do. So I want to encourage you this week to take some time to have a look at what's going on in your own life and reset your boundaries if you need to. And most importantly, I hope that you find some time, carve out some time to do some creating, crafting, whatever that looks like for you, so that you value your own self. You value yourself and you just value who you are as a person. So I hope that you spend some time this week doing something amazing for you. Be blessed, enjoy making, and I will see you again on this channel really soon. See ya.